So we're going to work with the element of fire today. I thought we'd work with the four major elements during our next four sessions, and we'll start with fire. So begin to do whatever you like to do with your eyes. You can close the window shades or blink them shut and begin to feel your feet on the ground, or imagine that if you're lying down on a couch, just feel your whole back supported. Either way, feel your connection to the earth. You might feel yourself dropping a grounding cord and notice what that feels like. I worked with someone earlier today who said that they didn't really see roots or a rope, but they felt a heaviness which made them feel held by the earth. So, whatever that is for you, just feel how the earth is supporting you. Feel your body begin to feel more at ease. Begin to notice the sky energy around you, air, maybe sunlight coming through a window. Feel yourself held by not just the earth, but also sky. It's almost like sometimes I feel like I'm in the middle of a sandwich between earth and sky. Earth with all its water sources, rivers, streams, lakes, oceans. Sky with its sunshine and moonbeams, starlight, air, clouds, and water there too from rain, snow. We are surrounded by the four elements: earth, air, fire, and water. Draw a circle around yourself, 360 degrees all around you, 3 feet out. This is your energy body. And just find yourself coming inside your bubble, collecting yourself and leaving behind outside the bubble anything that is not serving your highest good. Might just return it to sender. Or you might view your bubble and see it today as mirrors so that if anything's trying to get into your space, they just see themselves reflected and kind of bounce off your bubble. Begin to prepare for a journey into the woods, into the natural world. And just find yourself leaving your home or wherever you are. You may just find yourself at a trailhead where you notice a road. Ah, you may have in your imagination, driven there even, and just feel yourself getting out of one scenario into another. The beauty of the dirt, the freshness of the air. Feel yourself walking along that dirt path, that road. And then feel yourself shifting onto a more narrow path. You might see little new trees popping up on this path, some new growth. Just using your meditation to use all of your senses, either sight, as you notice what you see. You may have more of an enhanced intuitive sense of hearing. You may be able to imagine the sounds of the forest or smell, touch. Let your senses fill you with the sensations of this beautiful path as we journey into the forest, almost like a portal to a clearing, a circle of trees. Feel yourself transitioning again as you enter that clearing, stepping from the path into the circle, and just notice again its expansiveness and find a tree that seems to be calling to you. Greet it, touch it with reverence. And then when you're ready and it's ready, lean against it to face the center of the circle. The natural world helps us release our everyday thinking mind. We love our minds, but their restless concerns and constant planning can get us pretty wound up. And so the combination of meditation and the natural world helps us to calm down. And just for a short time, it reminds us that we don't have to seek something outside of ourselves, that what we have is right here in this present moment, this earth, this sky, always here. So feel your body relaxing, becoming more at ease. And you may even use your breath to imagine your heart center slowly opening a little wider, resonating with the natural world. In nature, we need very little to be happy. So again, that external world that we're always seeking in begins to relax its call a little bit, its urgency, when we're just leaning against a tree. It turns out that even Buddhists taught Early on, the Buddha himself taught early on the power of the elements. And so today we're going to work with the element of fire and just feel ourselves in the circle. And you can decide in your imagination whether it's night or day, but there is a fire going in the center of our circle of trees. So, using all of your senses, just begin to see what you notice about this fire. One of the Buddha's central teachings was impermanence. Nothing lasts forever. Things are always changing. Nothing is permanent. And the element of fire shows us how to tune into the reality of that tenet, that teaching. What we put in a fire burns. There may be some burdens that you would like to release. And if that's so, just imagine yourself symbolizing them some way and putting them in the fire, reminding yourself they are not permanent. There may be something you've been sort of attached to or clinging to that's not serving you well. Might be an idea or a memory. Just imagine it, resting it in, just or throwing it into the fire. If you're ready to do that, all of this is your choice, the pace at which you want to go. Fire can cause fear. It can be dangerous. And even that is impermanent. Doesn't mean that it's insignificant. It's just impermanent. So if you have fears, just feel yourself releasing them a little bit instead of clinging to them so tightly. Again, if it resonates with you. We'll just take a minute or two of silence here for you to work with this element of fire and how it relates to you and your life, tuning into the reality of impermanence. I'm bringing to mind things I don't really like to do, but I need to do them, like clean the house. So just releasing some of my energy of dread, holding it just a little more lightly, letting the fire transform that. Much celebration and ritual and dance and laughter happens around fires. We're coming up on summer solstice here in a few weeks, and we'll celebrate that more specifically. But a bonfire is a big part of the summer solstice celebration. So just imagine maybe your ancestors. You don't have to know who they were or what their story was. Just imagine that way back in the day, there were bonfires and your people gathered around them. Think how far back fire goes. It's a newer element than earth or water. People had to figure out how to invent it, but most likely they got a hint from the sun and the way the sun could heat. So just with a spirit of gratitude and maybe even an energy of laughter and play and fellowship, community, bring to mind the things for which you're grateful. Just offer a silent word of thanks. Even the things we love and that make us happy are impermanent, darn it. So it's why gratitude's so important. One of the reasons it just makes us realize that we are grateful for what we have in the present moment. So feel the power of that. And then lastly, feel the energy of fire. The energy, as we mentioned before, it's used to heat and cook and to warm us. There's a real intense, beautiful, warming energy from fire. And you may need a little energy to move something forward, to take action in your life. So bring whatever that might be to your mind and heart and ask the fire to help you. And then feel all of us in the circle together around this fire, offering thanks for our community, our gatherings, our support of one another. Feel the heat warming us and our own energy spreading around in a circle from bubble to bubble. And then return to your tree and thank it for offering you support. Thank the earth for all the ways it holds you and sustains you. The sky. And then before we leave our circle, begin to thank the fire. In whatever way makes sense, you may have a little offering to throw into it. It'll get put out responsibly. Just honor it. And then gradually feel your feet beginning to move toward that small path. Again, soaking up the power of the natural world, the reminder of how we don't have much to do, we don't have many needs. We can be at peace. We need very little to be happy. Feel your heart opening just a little bit more, and you might even imagine it is shining brightly, leading the way back to the main road. Feel your feet transitioning to that main road and back to the place where you are, the room where you are, the chair where you sit. And gradually, slowly, when you're ready, feel your feet connected to the earth, grounded again. And blink your eyes or open the window shades of your eyes open.